So it's currently about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't sleep, and so I get up and I pick up a guitar and just start messing around, and I just start doing something random. Just something random. And I go, all right, well, what are the chords for that? So I start out with the root, with the first note, which would be here on a power chord. And then the next one, and so I'm like, all right, the power chords would be. And I just start messing around. So I go, all right, that's in the key of D. So that on the E string would be up here. And just start messing around. You know, kind of think of a little solo. Just messing around, and that's how I come up with a lot of my originals. Is I just start messing around, just doing random stuff. One thing it'll just start with a little, and I'll turn into a whole thing. And once I get that little idea in my head, it just all lines up, and I can kind of see it all out in my head. And a lot of people will tell you that when you ask about writing songs, and they'll say, you gotta know a bunch of music theory. You gotta know about chords and about how the notes relate to each other and all this crazy stuff. You don't. Now, it is helpful to know all that. It is very useful knowledge. It definitely, music theory, once you kind of understand it, you kind of see music a little bit differently, and it helps. But you don't need to know all that. That's what stops a lot of songwriters, is that they start doing it and they think that they have to know all that, and they just don't do it because they don't have the time or the commitment or whatever that they need to do music theory. I know very little music theory. I know a few scales, but I know how to just start messing around, and that's how I write a bunch of songs. And sometimes I'll sit for 5 minutes and come up with something that I really like. Sometimes I'll sit here for hours and hours and can't seem to figure anything out, and that's kind of how I write songs. And a lot of people do it that way. A lot of people say that that you can't do it that way, and that you won't really actually get a song out of that. I don't agree with that, because this right here is proof of that. And yeah, so it's definitely it just something you have to mess around with. Songwriting is not easy. I cannot write lyrics for some reason. I cannot do it, but I can come up with something on the guitar. One of the songs that I just came up with, I've not shared this on YouTube yet, but one of the songs I just came up with was a song I was trying to learn, Flatliner by Coastal Swindell, which is I didn't know that. I just remembered that it had these 6 notes. And so I start kind of messing around trying to find it. And in the process of trying to learn that song, I came up with my own song, which was... And then I once again found the chords for that. And then so I go, alright, let's do it's in the key of D once again. So what if we do... That's the notes on just the E string. So what if we do like a... That kind of sounds cool, so... And then I just went... No, I didn't immediately get there. I just started messing around. I go, that's kind of a cool bend, you know. I just start messing around, and it took me a while. I think I sat out for like half an hour, and just started messing around. Once I kind of got the feel for it, I kind of got a feel for the style. It just all came to me, and that's what I think is what makes me so happy about music, is being able to do that. And because that's the thing, you don't need fancy equipment to do that. This guitar is it looks like a Fender Player 2 series, you know, whatever. This is a $200 Squier Sonic Stratocaster that I got, that I modified and did upgrades to make it look like a Fender or whatever, Player 2 series, whatever. And even that, I have an old acoustic guitar that was passed down to me, that I used to would mess around and make songs on, that I wrote countless songs on that, and it doesn't matter. It's really just and I had to make this video because I was just thinking, you know, I need to share this, because it really, once you realize that it doesn't take all that knowledge and all of that equipment to do that kind of stuff, then it all just comes easy, and you can just do it, and it just happens. I pick up a guitar and it just happens. And that point for me came pretty recently, whenever I realized that I can do all of this. Within the past week is when I've kind of started writing most of my originals, and I just started messing around with it, and that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helped you. If you're trying to trying to learn how to write songs and everything, but if you're interested in this kind of stuff, follow my channel. And we're trying to get 50 subscribers, so that I can do live streams. I can't wait to do live streams with y'all. Live streams. And share some of my music a little bit more. Hopefully get myself out there a little bit more. So yeah, follow my channel. Make sure to comment if you have any suggestions. I always read the comments, and try to reply to y'all as much as I can. So yeah, have a good one. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.